Hello, I'm Suzanne Neufang with GBTA, and we're here at the GBTA broadcast studio in Toronto, Canada. I'm here today with Joel Ostrov, who is president of Direct Travel Canada East. Hello, Joel.
Hello, Suzanne. How are you?
I'm good. We've known each other a long time,
We
so it's
certainly
great to
have.
talk here today.
Thank you.
Now, my first question is with the introduction of NDC, again, with American
Yes.
Airlines and the ultimatum in the US, as well as an announcement recently by Air Canada, how do you feel NDC initiatives will impact direct travel? And then what are the differences of what's happening in the US and Canada?
Yeah. Well, it's a great question, and it's what's on everybody's mind at this conference
Mm,
and today. What Direct Travel decided to do when American Airlines made their announcement, we did an in-depth analysis of the additional labor that this was going to take to be
mm,
able to service our clients in an NDC type environment with
mm,
America. And the reality was, and is, that it's just impossible to service clients under this environment right now without having our clients have to absorb a massive increase in service fees. So that being said, we decided that the best route for direct travel out of the gate was to sell away from American Airlines. Tough decision because we've always been a supporter of American Airlines in the United States, but we felt we really had to make a statement both to our customers and to American Airlines that if they took this approach and were going to continue down this road, that it might cost them market share. And I can honestly tell you that we did an analysis the first month of April. We moved 23% of our American airline volume to United and Delta Airlines. So that strategy is working. I don't think they'll be the same in Canada. It's a different story here.
mm,
Similar to what went on in Europe with Lufthansa and British Airways being home market
mm,
airlines, almost monopolies, if you will. Air Canada enjoys that position,
mm,
in Canada. So in the short term, we don't have much choice but to go to our customers, explain to them the situation, what it is, and
mm,
increase our service fees on those
mm.
bookings that are, outside of the GDS environment. You know, when we look at the NDC and the original goal, right, it was to provide greater price transparency, the ability to, market. They talk about marketing all their different products, content. But in the short term, we really just don't see it. And we just don't see the benefit to our customers. So, we're actively focusing right now on the American airline situation in the US, see if they're going to back away from this in any way as time goes on and as they see market share dwindling. But the verdict is obviously still out there.
Clearly, we have some weeks and months to
Oh,
wait.
absolutely. I imagine that NDC will mature at some point, and with time, it'll be something that both the consumer and the corporate traveler will, see the advantages of. But in the short term, and in talking to so many travel managers at this event, I can
Mm,
tell you nobody is very gung ho on NDC except for the airlines because they're going to save, obviously, um, millions and millions of dollars that they're paying,
mm,
the GDSs, whether it be Sabre, Travelport, Amadeus.
mm.
So I think there needs to be a level of maturity that needs to come forth, and then we'll see if the path is advantageous to both them and to our customers and to us as travel management companies.
As we like to say, the journey has begun.
Oh, yes. And when you look at my history, Suzanne, of 45 years in the business, I just celebrated that on May 1st. As
Congratulations.
thank you, as well as the 6th anniversary of a direct travel regional president from being my own boss at Vision Travel for so many years. So change is always there, and we're going to remain actively engaged with our
Okay.
customers, with the airlines in discussions and see how we can make this work for all of us.
What other trends, key trends do you see in your business from where you sit?
Oh my goodness. The biggest change that we've seen in our business post pandemic has been, the growth in leisure travel.
Mm,
especially in the area of luxury travel.
Mm,
You know, it's really an extension of our corporate world. And I looked at some of the numbers, and I couldn't believe how amazing they were. That at this point in time, direct travel, because of the growth in our luxury vacation travel, we're back to pre-pandemic numbers as a whole.
that's great to hear.
Thank you. So although corporate is still down,
Yeah.
moving slowly forward,
Yeah.
but the luxury vacation market is just booming. If I were to tell you we were 750 luxury travel advisors at Direct Travel, and we're going to hit 1 billion in sales, leisure, vacation sales. If you had asked me that question, 4 or 5 years ago, I'd say, no way, we're a corporate travel management company. But we've been forced to morph into something more, and it's, driven by our customers. And what's so rewarding, Suzanne, is customers who came to rely on us for our expertise in corporate travel are depending on us and enjoying what we bring to the table in the luxury vacation space.
Well, that's great news. It's
So,
great news.
yeah,
And
it
I think it
is. It
also
is.
speaks to your flexibility and evolution as you look at opportunities that a pandemic opened up for you, right?
Absolutely. And I'm sure that when I see the numbers of people that are traveling just overall, and when you travel on an aircraft, it's always the business class section that's full and the economy has room. And you go to the hotels, it seems to be the 5-star properties that are always sold out. Not the 4 stars. It's interesting to see how the move, I think post-pandemic, a lot of people
Mm.
who were savers have said, you know what? Life's pretty short. Let's stay at that whether it be a Four Seasons property or St.
Yeah.
Regis, whatever. I don't want to support one or the other. They're all fantastic. We're seeing people paying rates that we would never have imagined before.
So my last question is at the other end of the spectrum. Low-cost carriers
Oh, goodness me.
have emerged
Yes,
like
they are.
crazy.
They have.
Canada Jetlines and Flair, and Porter's introduction of premium economy jet service, which
Right.
is different.
Yes, it is.
So what impact will that have on Canada's legacy carriers?
I've tried to answer that question in thought
Hmm.
for a couple of days. And for direct travel, because of our concentration in the luxury space, Flair and Canada Jetlines is not going to impact much for our support of the legacy carriers, whether it be Air Canada or WestJet. I do see Porter as a potential disruptor in the Canadian premium space, not the business class space, because it's not a business class product. But for those companies that do not allow business class travel, get on a plane, on a Porter airplane from, let's say, Toronto to Vancouver, you're going to have and enjoy an amazing experience. The fleet is all these brand new Embraer 195s. It's a beautiful airplane. They've equipped them, beautiful leather seats, a lot of leg room, great pitch, and healthy food on board that they're serving. So Porter may give definitely WestJet a run for the money, and even Air Canada. Obviously, what comes into play is the frequent flyer programs that, especially with Air Canada. Aeroplan is such a market grabber for so many travels. They want their points wherever they can get them. So Porter's got their work cut out for them, but if anyone could do it, Porter can.
Wow, we'll watch this space.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Joel.
Oh, it's a pleasure, Suzanne. Thank you for having me.
Great to be with you today. And thank you
you
for joining us, everyone at home. I'm Suzanne Neufang at the GBTA Broadcast Studio in Toronto, Canada.